Hello and a warm welcome to brimming, bustling and bubbling Twerton Park for third versus first in the Vanarama National League South. Bath City versus Torquay United. The excitement is reaching fever pitch here in Twerton, and it's no surprise too, with both sides in terrific form. The Romans' rock-tight rearguard helping them to 5 wins from their last 7, while the table-topping Gulls fly into today's clash, 16 league games undefeated, the longest streak in the club's 120-year history. From 120 years of history to a budding historian of the game, it's Michael Powell, who myself, Michael Boniface, am delighted to be sharing the commentary duties with. As for summarising, we have BBC mogul Andrew Kerslake.
Good afternoon, Michael, and good afternoon, everybody. I don't think I've ever been called a mogul before. I thought that was in the Jungle Book, but maybe I got that wrong. And as you can hear behind us, the team's just coming out onto the pitch with pretty riotous applause from both sides. A few balloons going up at the Torquay end down there, but it really is a packed crowd here at Twerton Park this afternoon, isn't it?
Certainly a great atmosphere, and we'll run through the teams with them down beneath us on the Twerton Park pitch. For Bath City, we're expecting a change of formation, a 3-5-2 today. It's Ryan Clark as normal in goal, off the back of 5 consecutive clean sheets, a back 3 of Kevin Amankwa, Jack Batten and Robbie Cundy. Meanwhile, Anthony Straker and Leon Davies will occupy the wing-back roles. In the middle of midfield, Bath City have Frankie Artis, Sean Rigg and Joe Rains, with Ross Stern and Bristol City loanee Freddie Hines up front. The substitutes bench, meanwhile, looks like Andy Watkins, Ryan Brunt, Dan Ball, Harvey Wiles-Richards and Tom Smith, who's been omitted from the first team today, along with Adam Mann, who doesn't make the squad at all. As for Torquay United, it's an unchanged side for the Gulls, a 4-4-2 with Sean McDonald in goal, Ben Winter at right back, centre backs of Jamie Sendles-White and Carl Cameron, with Liam Davis at left back. Meanwhile, in midfield, it's Asa Hall and Connor Lemonheer-Evans in the middle of the park, with Jake Andrews and Calvin Kalala either side of them on the wings. Meanwhile, up front, top scorer Jamie Reid, who's planted 15 goals this season in the league, and Saku Jana, who started off in the Bath City Academy. The referee checks his watch, and we're underway at Twerton Park. Rigg playing it back to Rains in the middle of the park, and a first touch for new boy Leon Davies. Cundy out to Jack Batten, the centre-back pairing who have proved so effective for the Romans this season. Now into midfield, and Rigg looks to set Stern away but can't quite get on the end of that, and it's Robbie Cundy underneath a high ball for the Romans. Manages to find Kevin Amankwa, who comes back into the side for Bath City.
Yeah, it's good to see Amankwa back there. He played particularly well in the game since he's been back. It doesn't look as if he's had any long-term effect from that injury, and City all possession at the start here.
Certainly a seasoned pro for a big occasion today, Kevin Amankwa. And the throw-in is taken quickly by Torquay. Number 10, Saiku Jana on the ball on the left-hand side, looking to beat Kevin Amankwa, which he does, plays a dangerous ball into the box. And it's an early chance for Calvin Kalala. And what a chance it was.
Well, Kalala unmarked on the far side of the box. He had time almost to bring that down, but he fired straight away on the volley and ball high and wide over the crossbar.
A number of players for Bath City in the box as it's hoisted towards Cundy. Looks to get a flick on, but it will fall through to Sean McDonald.
What's the name of the other referee's assistant there, Michael?
I'll go for Grzegorz Korsanic.
Hey, Kornacevich. Polish.
Quickly shouted down straight away as Bath City look to get their first real attack of note, and the shot comes in from the edge of the box by Rains. Straker will take. Bit of real attacking outlet, Straker, so far this season.
Definitely, and one of the players I've been most impressed with. Really puts in a shift.
Goal scorer from the last game, Sean Rigg, looks to break past, and he's done well on the left-hand side, cuts it back. Freddie Hines waiting on the edge of the area, but it didn't quite find him as Straker looks to win the ball on the left-hand side, and now Torquay recycle possession, but it's won by Joe Rains. Looks to find his man, Freddie Hines, with a great bit of space, and what a finish it is! His first goal for Bath City. Freddie Hines puts the Romans 1-0 up against Torquay United at Twerton Park.
Well, Twerton Park, as you can hear, absolutely erupts, other than, of course, at the Torquay end. And that was a great move by City. Lovely ball into Hines. He was standing just inside the 18-yard box. He had time on the ball, but he wasn't flustered, just looped it over Sean McDonald and into the net.
Freddie Hines finds his teammate Frankie Artis in the middle of the park for Bath City as they stride in to the Torquay half. And now Straker looks up and finds Frankie Artis in the middle, but can't quite bring it under control. And Jack Madden comes in with a slide challenge. That certainly was received well by the Twerton Park. It's rather haphazardly clear from Torquay. Now they look to spread the ball out to the right-hand side for Kalala, but he can't quite bring it under control, and Straker will come into the Torquay half on the left-hand side, bursting down that flank. Now, possession is exchanged, and Torquay will look to just get a grip on things and maybe spring a break of their own.
Yeah, Straker looked to get the ball into the box early, but could only hit it against the Torquay player, and straight away there's an attack, and Torquay winning a free kick there as Kalala goes to ground.
Short free kick played by Torquay to Evans on the right-hand side, who shows neat footwork to beat his opposite man. He looks to find a yard to put in across. It's now on the right-hand side with Kalala. The challenge comes in from Ross Stern doing his defensive work back there in the left-back position for the Romans, as Kalala still looks to get a cross away, and it will be a goal kick for Bath City, much to the delight of their fans. Another opportunity for Bath City to break as Torquay look to do some attacking of their own. Saiko Jana snapping into the challenges. Jack Batten not happy with them, but no foul given, and the referee's certainly being lenient with some of these challenges, but it's making for a good open game at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything too serious at the moment, and I'm sure if there is, Ross Stern trying to thread the ball through now.
And as you can hear, the crowd certainly getting behind the Romans here. Just taken quickly now, back to Davis, and now inside, can't find his opposite number as Frank Artis snaps in with a challenge, just about manages to win the ball for the Romans, and now plays it back to Amankwa, who again dinks inside his man Jana quite well and sprays a lovely ball out to the left-hand side for Straker.
Yeah, Artis doing extremely well there, down on the ground, still managed to keep control of the ball, and City really playing the ball around the park at the moment.
Certainly using the width of the pitch so far, as Sean Rigg is finding pockets of space so far. Fires a shot away, and not a bad effort. It's curling round the left post, but not quite on target that time.
Do you get the slight sense there that was a little bit closer to Sean McDonald's goal than McDonald thought it was?
And it certainly wasn't a very good one that time, and it breaks to Jana on this left-hand side, but Kevin Mankler comes in with a fantastic slide challenge, which Twerton Park was certainly happy about, and the Bath City fans, as Sean Rigg looks to put them out to the left-hand side for Joe Rains, can't quite find his man. The fans really getting behind the players at the moment.
Oh, there's some really nice football there from City. Lovely move from Amankwa to stop Jana's attack there, and it's a very open game.
As Kalala plays the ball on the right-hand side, falls to Jamie Reid. A crucial block coming in from Jack Batten, and again out to the right-hand side for Kalala, but rather on his feet there, and Captain Asa Hall wasn't happy with his teammate.
Ryan Clark, thus far, very little to do in the Bath City goal as Amankwa plays it forward up towards the halfway lines. Brought down by Liam Davis as Torquay regain possession, but give it straight back to Cundy. And now with Jack Batten, he can stride up towards the halfway line. Raise out to captain Anthony Schraker. Man who'll be used to playing in front of thousands of fans from his 200+ appearances at Aldershot. And that's back to the artist looking again for his captain. It's a nice ball down the left-hand side, which Straker will get to first. Cross is deflected up in the air, nodded away by Sendles White, but only Straker can't quite keep it in on the far side, does roll out of play for a throw. Jake Andrews on the Torquay left, more to nod in the Bath City squad, as now Hines picks up the ball just inside the Torquay half, lays it out to Davis on the right-hand side, 20 yards out. Faced up by his namesake, tries to dig out the cross, but that's too close to Sean McDonald.
Frankie said, be well behaved. I think he was talking to the kids, not to me.
I wouldn't be so sure. As Artis gets another touch, gets through to Rains on this occasion, and now on to Sean Rigg. Bath City working it nicely again, and that's out to Straker on the left-hand side. There's it infield to Rigg. Now across to Rains, who's found another pocket of space. There's it off to Mankler. Bath City comfortable in possession as Davis flicks inside namesake Liam Davis, goes down under pressure. Will be a yellow card for the Torquay United left-back. Caught his man slightly late there, and Liam Davis, who scored the only goal when these two sides met in August, gets a booking instead on this occasion. Will be the man to play this free kick in. That's Paul on this occasion, although it's completely sliced by Jake Andrews, and will go out of play for a corner kick, and what has been a high-quality game so far this afternoon as its first bit of slightly comical play. Will deliver left-footed in. McDonald comes for it, manages to punch, and he will get a free kick as Cundy just catches him after the goalkeeper's punched it away. A sea of yellow and blue in amongst other colours. Away to our right as Hines is caught offside on this occasion, the goal scorer. The attack breaks down. Takes the throw in eventually to Andrews, who goes down under pressure from Rigg, will get a free kick. It will be Levin Emmons to take it, but it's poor, headed away by Rains. Loose balls picked up by Winter, who gets tripped from Ross Stern, and will be another free kick to Torquay. This one does go in towards the far post where Asa Hall is stationed, gets a header on it. It's well defended in front of his own goal by Kevin Amanko, who gets a free kick as he's caught afterwards, but that was excellent defending from the Bath City centre-back.
Hines is going to be booked here for not walking away quickly enough. Ross Stern protesting.
To be fair to Freddie Hines, he was walking away with his back to the ball, and Jake Andrews has absolutely smashed the ball against him, and to get a yellow card for that, I think, is really, really unfortunate.
Torquay's control, I think, at times has let them down. You know, they had a very good chance early on, and the ball put high and wide over the crossbar, and certainly their game isn't error-proof.
Carl Cameron knocks the ball down. Stern then steals in ahead of Sendles-White. Goes down. It will be a free kick to Bath City. Both players with eyes on the ball, but I think the yellow card is out again here from the referee. Rains delivers in towards the back post, but there's too much on that for everyone, and Torquay do start with play it short with Cammy and switches out to the right-hand side to Ben Winter. Looking for Kalala, back now with the Torquay right back, over the top of Jenner, into the area, strikes cross goal. That's an incredible touch, I think, from Amanko to turn it away from Jamie Reid. The referee's actually given a goal kick. I'm not sure why. It was Kevin Amanko. It was a last-ditch bit of defending to tow it away from Jamie Reid. Saku Jenner did well as well. He was in behind on the right-hand side, could have shot, instead crossed, and a big let-off for the Bath City back line. Torquay showing what they're capable of as they look to come again through Kalala. Inside now to Jenner, inside the area. Jenner with a chance as well, but by Cundy, banks his back off Jack Batten behind for a corner, and in the last 2 minutes, the Torquay United front line has suddenly sprung into life. As Andrews delivers into the centre, it is Asa Hall with it. It's headed into the back of the net by the Torquay United captain. We said in the last couple of minutes they've been growing into the game, and Asa Hall has them back on level terms at Twerton Park.
Ryan Clark came for that, didn't get to the ball, and it was a fairly easy header home for Hall for Torquay. Clark just down on his knees, his arms crossed. I think he knows that in coming for that he had to get to the ball. He didn't, and so it's Bath City 1, Torquay United 1.
Excellent delivery as well by Jake Andrews, a corner right on the money. We've been criticising the set pieces so far this afternoon. That was by far the best delivery from the Bristol City low knee.
They always say it's good to get a goal just before half-time, and that's what Torquay have just done. At the moment, we've got about 2 minutes plus stoppage time before the interval, and Amanko gives the ball away, and Torquay are on the attack again.
Lemon Hay Evans coming forward, looks to cross in. Clark gives a good call to come and connect it with Jack Batten also around. Chance to cross, instead placed a reverse ball in Davis. It's a slide-in challenge from his namesake Davis, gets the ball. Torquay still coming there, crosses in. Batten has to head it away under pressure. Asa Hall will pick up the loose ball though. Looks to skip inside, plays it out to Liam Davis on the left-hand side. Now forward for Lemon Hay Evans, who's made a run across to this side. As Rains for company, and the Bath City man does really well, then plays a long ball, but Cameron, who's been excellent at the back for Torquay United, is there again, and then Liam Davis switches out to the right looking for Kalala. Brings it down inside the area. One-on-one with Straker, still with Kalala, and then Batten comes across, and then Clark with long before, that's a Hall underneath it. Janet chests it down, but that is the half-time whistle here at Twerton Park. A very entertaining opening 45 minutes. It's Bath City 1, Torquay United 1.
There is a substitute coming on. I'm just looking, that is for City, and it's going to be Tom Smith coming on to replace Kevin Amanko.
We're pretty much all set to go in this second half, with the game evenly poised at 1-1 as Evans gets Second half underway for Torquay, and a long ball is sent straight into the arms of Ryan Clark. Sendle's right, who plays it into his centre-half partner Cameron, and it's now on the left-hand side. It's an ambitious ball that's sprayed out, but it's intercepted by Anthony Straker, who strides into the Torquay half, and a good chance for the Romans. He puts the ball into the box to the back post, but no one's quite on the end of it there. Leon Davies at right back for Romans, picking up the pieces. On the right-hand side, just outside the area. Now back to Tom Smith in the middle of the park, who's been involved so far after coming on as a second-half substitute.
This is much more like City in the first half, spraying the ball around the pitch.
And Jack Batting does exactly that. Out to the right-hand side for Leon Davies, and now with Artis in the middle of the pitch. Again to Davies, who looks for options and again finds the midfield man, Artis, for Bath City, who's had a solid game so far, and now Stern picks it up and manages to jink past his opposite number, and now on his left side, always looking to get on his right, but what's in a dangerous box, which is well cleared in the end by Liam Davis, and it's now sent into the Bath City half. Jamie Reid looking to get in behind the Bath City defence, but Cundy doing well and holding the ball up and playing a rather dangerous game there, but manages to find a Bath City teammate. Frankie Artis plays it back now to the centre half, Cundy, and now with Leon Davies striding into the Torquay half on the right-hand side. Now with Tom Smith, who plays a lovely disguised ball into Rigg, and it's lovely passing play so far from the Romans this second half, and now Straker, the skipper, on the left-hand side, whips in a dangerous ball into Hines. A fantastic delivery, and it will be a corner to Bath City.
Yeah, the second corner of the match.
5 goals for the Romans this season, 4 of those penalties, it should be said, but still a fine return for a Bath City defender as Stern looks to break for Bath City now. Driving into the Torquay half, now out on the right-hand side with Davies, who's got space to run into, plays it inside to Hines, who hasn't had too much of the ball so far, but jinks a lovely ball, and now inside the area, flashes the ball across the area. Wasn't well dealt with in the end by Sean McDonough, but manages to clutch it in the end.
Yeah, only gathered that at the second attempt, and that's the first real attack for either side in this half.
It's 4 teammates, and it's played back to Lemony Evans, and now it's played high into the Bath City area rather dangerously. Batten underneath it, but doesn't deal with it well, and the ball fell nicely to Jan, who flashed a shot high and wide above the Bath City goal.
I think that went over the Full Moon Public House just down the road. It's that was.
The ball breaks to Jana, who looks to set free Jamie Reid. Now has a good chance to play in his teammate on the right-hand side, Kalala, but it's fantastic interception by Frankie Artis, mopping up in his own area, and finds Anthony Straker on the left-hand side, who sends a skewed ball into the Torquay half, which is well dealt with by Winter in the right-back position for Torquay, who snaps into another challenge and manages to find Asa Hall as captain, just to find a teammate on the left-hand side, and just about does so with Liam Davis, who does well to get on the end of that one. Right by the left touchline now, and beats his opposite number, Liam Davis, and goes down under the challenge. Referee says nothing going there, and a long ball is sent forward now by Rains, easily intercepted by Evans, who now finds Jana in the middle of the park, just outside the area, looking to cause some trouble for the Bath City backline. Certainly looking the most lively, as you say, Andrew, of the Torquay forwards, and he's won a free kick just outside the Bath City area on the right-hand side, in a good position for Torquay.
I think Straker felt a little bit hard done by that. I felt the player ran into him as much as anything else. But this is going to be a free kick in a really dangerous position. It's just on the edge of the 18-yard box. And this is going to be a ball that curves across Ryan Clark's goal, I'm pretty sure, and Straker getting a yellow card there. That feels a bit harsh to me.
Things still evenly poised at 1-1 with 55 minutes gone as Kalala trudges off and is replaced by Keating. It's certainly a great name there as the free kick is taken, and it's a good effort. And it's actually tipped over, a fantastic save in the end by Ryan Clark, but a really good free kick whipped in by the left midfielder Jake Andrews for Torquay. The corner for Torquay, starting to apply some pressure on the Bath City back line as it's whipped into the near post, and it's gone through the whole back line. And what a chance it was for Torquay. It just needed a touch and they would have been 2-1 up. That's Jamie Reid out on this left-hand side, not finding much joy through the middle, and now looks to find Evans in the middle of the park. But he goes down under the challenge, but nothing given by the referee. But again, Torquay win the ball back very easily. And that's Asa Hall on the left-hand side of the middle of the park, and now whipped a ball into the area, and Ryan Clark deals well with it. Bath City just struggling to get their foot on the ball at the moment. It's Straker plays it inside, but a loose ball again is picked up by Hall, who plays it onto his right-hand side. He looks to slip in. Janibet can't find his man, and now a shot comes in by the new man, Rari Keating. It's a good opportunity just outside the box and flash past the left-hand post. And Frankie Arter snaps into a challenge, a big call. Big challenge coming in from the Torquay skipper Hall, and wins the ball. And now finds Evans in the middle of the park, who plays it to the edge of the box. So Jane's found a yard of space, now breaks into the area, and a rather unfortunate cross, which Bath City will certainly be happy about on the left-hand side, with Straker plays a nice ball inside for Frankie Artis. Looks to hold up the ball, but no challenge, no decision given by the referee, and now it's Asa Hall striding forward and finds Jano with a pocket of space just outside the area. Jinks on his left foot, had a yard of space, but couldn't quite fire away his shot, and it was a crucial block in the end by the Bath City centre-half. Evans standing over it, putting one arm up and sending the ball into the box, and it's great clearance in the end by Robbie Cundy, but it will be another corner for Torquay. Set piece is certainly proving a problem for Bath City at the moment, as they look to set their defensive line for this corner, as it's played into the box again by Evans, and it's gone into the back of the net. Torquay, looks like Jamie Reid is running over to this right-hand side, celebrating it. Not sure if it was an own goal, but the Torquay fans are going ballistic. It is 2-1 to Torquay, and Bath City, having been in the lead in the first half, find themselves in reverse now.
Yeah, well, that ball dipped into the goal knife, and a whole bevy of players there. If it was Reid that got it, it was no more than touch time from a couple of feet, and 3 or 4 flares coming onto the pitch, which is a bit of a shame, because it's going to hold play up. And we did say Torquay putting on pressure there. You just had that feeling that somehow a goal was inevitable, and so it's 2-1 to the visitors.
Good opportunity for Andy Watkins to make his mark in this game. It will be Stern to come off in the place of Watkins as he rushes over to the side here. No time to lose now for Bath City.
Understandably, so I guess now they've got the lead as Andrews plays it infield to Reid on the interior, plays it back to him down the left, goes down under pressure, and it's a penalty to Torquay United. Really good interplay between Reid and Andrews. Andrews was tripped by Leon Davis, and I have to say on first sight it looked like the referee got that spot on.
Yeah, I don't think there was much doubt. Pointed to the penalty spot pretty quickly, and well, this could be curtains for City.
Number 18 up against Ryan Clark is Andrews. He puts it over the bar. It's an awful penalty from Jake Andrews, right into almost the back row where the Torquay fans are standing. And it may be just as well they haven't had many penalties this season based on that.
That was the moment they could have completely put the game to bed, instead of which City will be encouraged by that. Can they pull that goal back?
City reinvigorated the crowd here as Watkins looks to come forward down the right-hand side into Rigg. Now he plays it out to Straker, bit of room in front of the captain. Lays it off to Hines, who's come out to the left-hand side. It's closed down by 2, but still has it, Hines. Still has it, although he then can only put it out of play for a throw-in.
So it's a like-for-like swap here.
Yeah, Freddie Hines, who scored his first Bath City goal of the season. And Bath City colours, new arrival, of course, back in the 9th minute. It's replaced by Ryan Brunt for Torquay United. Opie Edwards, as we said, will be coming on, and Jake Andrews, his last action was to miss that penalty because he's the man being withdrawn. For a moment there, Opie Edwards was playing really deep. It was almost like he was in a right wing-back sock. It is now a conventional back four for Torquay, but you do get the feeling they are now saying, we'll stick with what we've got.
Yeah, I mean, this will be a result, regardless of that penalty miss, that 2-1, it's a victory, it's what they wanted. They won't mind what happens as long as City doesn't score.
At 2-1, it is, of course, still in the balance, though, when Sean Rigg gets a free kick here. I mean, pulled back by Opie Edwards. He's getting frustrated that Saku Jenner isn't 10 yards away. The free kick nearly hits Jenner, but it does make its way through. Cameron with the nod down. Davis goes down under pressure, but instead, Rains picks it up on the halfway. It looks drifted into the far post. Batten gets the nod on. Brunt goes down under pressure. The referee's thinking about it, and it's a penalty to Bath City. The referee had a long old think about it. There was a bit of contact in the back of Ryan Brunt. I don't think there was too much, but there is a penalty at the other end, and Bath City with a chance to get back on level terms.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was enough. It was a push in the back. and Anthony Straker comes forward to try and show Torquay how to take a penalty.
He has scored 4 penalties this season, Anthony Straker. Bath City have scored 5 out of 6.
Well, I wonder if Jake Andrews is watching this down in the dugout.
Chance to make it 6 out of 7 and get his side back on level terms. Anthony Straker steps up and sends the keeper the wrong way into the bottom corner. Brilliantly taken by the Bath City captain, Desmond, here at Twerton Park.
Yep. And City will cry and rise in salute there to Anthony Straker at scoring that goal. There's just 8 minutes left, plus whatever stoppage time. And well done Bath City for coming back into this game. When the penalty was awarded against them at the other end, I think we all sensed they were dead and buried, but not a bit of it. 2-2 here at Twerton Park.
Well, we said Torquay, they were trying to sit back, they were happy with what they've got, they haven't managed it. And with 7 minutes plus any stoppage time to go here at Twerton Park. I think Jamie Reid has just been booked there for some dissent on the far side.
The attendance just being announced this afternoon, and that's 3,426 at Twerton, and I think they've all enjoyed every minute of this match.
It's Truro City 3, Weston-super-Mare 3, Wilstone 1, Hungerford 0, and the Welling 1, Eastbourne 0, as we do get back underway here following that small injury to Rigg. It's now forward. Cundy, who's been absolutely rock at the back for Bath City, clears it forward. Brunt with the chest down, but only as far as a Torquay man. It's now with Ben Winter, lays it out to Edwards on the halfway line. Torquay substitute is really poor ball inside. Those picked off by Rigg. And now it's back with Joe Rains. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 2-2 here at Twerton Park. If anyone is just joining us, now it's with Straker, the man who scored the 4th from the penalty spot a few minutes ago, going forward, crosses in, it's a good cross, it's Brunt, it's in from Ryan Brunt, it's fantastic from Bath City. Brunt with an unorthodox finish, pokes it past Sean McDonald, he's going crazy. Unfortunately there's some fans on the pitch, but it's absolutely fantastic. There's some arguments breaking out between the players. It is a 5th goal, it's Bath City 3, Torquay United 2.
That was a great move down the left-hand side. Andy Watkins playing it to Straker. Straker running onto the edge of the 18-yard box, cross into Brunt, ball into the back of the net. Twerton Park in absolute ecstasy. And we were saying this was a great match from a City point of view. If they could cap that with a victory, 5 minutes to go plus stoppage time, what an afternoon it would have been.
Ryan Brunt being talked to by the referee. There was some afters. I'm not sure exactly what happened between him and I think it was Jamie Sendall's White, but he's gesturing to the referee as if there was a kick. Ryan Brunt's going to go into the book here for whatever happened. You're probably not going to care too much about that if he gets the winner.
Yeah, I have to say I didn't see any of that, but too busy following where the City players were going. But you get the feeling tensions are running high, and of course from Torquay's point of view, I suppose the one virtue they might have is Woking themselves are not winning this afternoon, they're drawing. But if this should be the final score, it's certainly not the result they were looking for. Let's just hope City don't go to try and play this long. And a little spat there between two players on the far side. Can't quite see who it is, but the referee straight away to intervene.
It's Artis and Keating. Keating caught Thompson. Oh, it's not Thompson. I'm not sure which Bath City player it is that's down on the floor. Frankie Artis has reacted to that. He really does not need to get himself involved, Frankie Artis, but
is it Rains?
Tensions are simmering here at Twerton Park.
I'm sure we can manage another one in the remaining few minutes. 2 minutes of full time left plus stoppage time.
Clark goes long. It flicks off the head of Liam Davis in front of Ryan Brunt. Throw in to Bath City, which you won't be surprised to know they're in no rush to take. Rigg takes it into Brunt down by the corner flag. A couple of players go to close him down, and he gets a corner kick there, Ryan Brunt. Excellent hold at play, excellent striking play from Ryan Brunt. And said when he came on, maybe not as mobile as Hines, but he's shown his worth in this cameo, hasn't he?
Just two of them around the corner flag. They'll be looking to run the clock down as much as they can do. The ball played along the touchline now.
It's back to Leon Davis. What a debut for the 19-year-old from Cambridge. You'll be hoping it's like this every week. We don't want to disappoint him. It probably won't be, as Cameron is forced under pressure from Brunt, just to put it out for a throw-in on the far side.
I'd expect a pretty bumper crowd for that one as well. Might not quite reach these heights, but it won't be far short, I don't think.
Hampton next Saturday, without being disrespectful to the Beavers, may not quite live up to it.
It's Hampton and Richmond, don't forget, 2 teams in one.
Torquay do have it back, and there's a free kick as Brunt just pulls back slightly on the shirt of Liam Davis. I was expecting 6, maybe even 7, so 5 for the goals to find a 6th goal in this game, and what would be a leveller as Winter drives forward, tries to play it in behind, but it's a poor ball. Batten gives it straight back to the Torquay United right back though. Artis goes in, gives him a nudge. Will be a free kick, and how dangerous Torquay have looked from set pieces. Not the wisest of decisions from Frankie Artis. Connor Lemonhay-Evans to drift it into the area. Clark comes a long way for it, punches it out to the far side. Will be picked up though by Torquay. It's now with Jenner. Plays it out to Reid, who's wide. Still with Torquay, every Bath City man back. It's crossed in again from deep, comes all the way over to Lemonhay-Evans, who's in space on the far post. One-on-one with Watkins. Straker tries to help him out. He turns away from both of them, Lemonhay-Evans. Fantastic. Can he pull it back? He can. It's dealt with by Tom Smith, and then Straker can complete the clearance to Walker's cheers, but it's going to come straight back at Bath City as McDonald picks it up, plays it long. It's not a very good ball though, and Artis is there to head it away. Picked up on the halfway line by Liam Davis. Once again, it's thrown in towards the Bath City area. It's headed on by Keating, and straight up Ryan Clark. A comfortable save for the Bath City keeper. It's now out though on the left-hand side to Liam Davis. Plays it forward into Opie Edwards. Back to Davis. Drives towards the area. Davis is going to go for goal, and Clark at his near post has to turn it behind for a corner kick.
Yep.
This is going to be thrown right into the mixer from Lemonhay-Evans. It's a good delivery. It's flicked on towards the back post. It comes to McDonald across goal, and it's turned over from 2 yards by Jenner. An absolutely incredible opportunity, and the man with former Bath City connections can't take it. Asa Hall. Captain looks to cross it in, deflected, and Ryan Clark is there to pounce on the loose ball.
Well, by my reckoning, we have approximately 30 seconds to go here, and Clark is going to use up as many of those as he can before he pumps his ball long downfield. Whistles echoing around the ground, flags being waved over on the popular side. Real atmosphere here this afternoon.
The whistle's not quite going to go yet, but Bath City do have a free kick. Andy Watkins, they're really alert, picks it up off Ben Winter. Back at the start of the season, Bath City were unfortunate to lose at Plainmoor. Jerry Gill said it was one of the best performances under him, as Artis is going to go for goal, I think, just to waste time. And that is the full-time whistle. It's Bath City 3, Torquay United 2. A terrific afternoon at Twerton Park. Some fantastic football on display, a brilliant atmosphere in front of over 3,400 people. And Jerry Gill and his black and white stripes continue their unbeaten run. It's 8 unbeaten, it's 3-2 win against the league leaders. A fantastic afternoon for everyone involved with Bath City, Andrew.
Yeah, Jim Rollo running down the touchline here, waving to the crowd, and the City fans and City players as one go over to the popular side. You feel really the critical point of this game this afternoon was when Jake Andrews missed that penalty, fired it high and wide over the crossbar. At that point, City looked dead and buried. They would have been 3-1 down. That wasn't the result. He missed, and City from there on went ahead, both through a penalty of Anthony Straker's and then Ryan Brunt's goal, and then having to live out those final minutes as the Torquay players disconsolately go back to the Bristol end to wave to their fans, but they all look heads down as they leave the pitch here this afternoon. City, they look the absolute opposite, absolutely ecstatic, hugs all around the ground.
Yeah, and as you said, that a penalty miss from Jake Andrews almost reinvigorated the crowd, reinvigorated the side, but they're really good in the first half. Bath City, they showed plenty in the second half, and from Jerry Gill's point of view, how much confidence must this give him and his side going into the remainder of the season? They're the first side to beat Torquay United in 17 games. We came into this game thinking it was going to be close, but the league leaders were favourites, will probably have too much, and Bath City proved that was clearly not the case. Next weekend, as we said, the Romans do travel to Evesham to face Gloucester City for the back here at Twitter Park to face Hampton and Richmond Borough in a fortnight. If you can, go along to those two games, continue this, try and help continue this fine run of form for Bath City. From Andrew, Michael and myself, thank you very much for listening this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's finished Bath City 3, Torquay United 2.